Hi everybody, welcome to week 33. How are you doing? Well, today it is absolutely lovely here. I want to pan up to the sky. It is unseasonably mild down here, about 18 degrees today, so a really good day to be in the garden and to get your hands dirty. I wanted to start this session today by talking about Ghislaine's session yesterday on the Caribbean garden, but due to storms and bad weather, she couldn't run it live. So she's recording a version, which I'll share on the blog. But it's a real shame because that would have been a great session. But we'll get it in the future. And I know Ghislaine is someone who's very determined to make sure that we get the best possible view of her garden. So we can't do that today. And in terms of the theme of the best laid plans, also last week the plan for me was to go down to Brogdale, which is the home of the National Fruit Collection, which is about 10 miles away from here. So we plan to go down there, but as with a lot of things in COVID, they're not open to visitors. So thinking on our feet, and because we don't drive a car, we have never had a car in the family, so where can we go next? There's a place about 5 miles away from there, which is a nursery which I've talked about in about episode 10, called Edible Culture, which is reuses all of its plastic and works with the local school to offer the best opportunities for gardening and for the best produce. So I talked last time about getting a quince tree, and behind me, as you can see, is said quince tree. It's about 2 meters tall at the moment and it looks fantastically healthy. Now it's going to go into this period soon where it loses its leaves and goes dormant, but it's a good time to buy it. And it looks really well in the soil we've got here. So we've got mucky, horrible clay here. It's really thick. This is a good layer here, but the deeper you go, the claggier it is and really hard to get into. It's great for making bricks, which is why this part of Kent was really famous for supplying London clay. But it's not great for growing in. But quince is one of those things that grows really well in this sort of soil, as do roses and climbing roses. So when we were down there, we thought we might as well get a climbing rose as well. So we're going to pop that, we think, over here, and we're probably going to get some garden furniture as well, a couple of wooden tables to put that behind them. But we'll see how that goes. So that was around the garden, as well as the quince. We've got our nasturtiums, which are still doing well. On this weather, they'll last a bit longer, but next week there's a high pressure coming, so they say, and there could be some cold nights, and that might be the end. But you never know. So for now, nice colour, and it provides a nice lot of coverage here as well. Here are some friends to introduce you to, and back to. So these are the sweet pea. We potted up 2 weeks ago, and you can see already the shoots are coming up. So to keep these well watered, not too watered, but just well watered, in the greenhouse over winter, and these will have a head start over the ones that we plant in the spring. So just keep an eye on those. We've got another 12 from the greenhouse, which are about a week behind them. Out the garden, we wander up. The Nemesia still giving us colour, which is fantastic. Another thing we picked up as well is that we seem to have gone a bit wild in japonicas. So this is one japonica. I can't tell you the Latin name, sorry. Here's another one, which is the oldest one in the garden that we bought, and this is a new one. Now he's thinking a little bit of splash of colour here will just brighten up this corner of the garden, and also when the crabapple flourishes, hopefully it will bring out the colour between them. Coriander's still doing well, which is nice to see, and the parsley as well. It's really likes this sort of weather, so it's good. We've got some herbs here, and obviously we've got a nice big herb garden at the front, which is really nice. Pak choy, looking good. The rockets and the spinach, and the hanging baskets too, still surviving and still looking really nice. Especially when you look out the window in the morning, just seeing a bit of colour down the centre of the garden is really nice. Here are the herbs to the other side of the garden. So this is a space where the basil was. We're going to put some flat leaf parsley in there, or some of the rosemary that I've been taking cuttings of. A bit of mint mint here. Watch out for mint, it'll take over everywhere if you don't watch out for it. So we've tried to contain it in this little space. At lemon thyme, which has done well from cutting it back last year. And chives, the oregano looks really nice and healthy there, but the best two probably are this nice thyme which is spreading really well, and the sage, which is a really healthy and great with a bit of butter. Fry it up, put it on a really simple pasta dish, really nice to have, and then some more thyme here. Now, I talked last week about seed swaps, and I'm going to put it in the blog today, but the idea will be, if you want to have some of these seeds, let me know, and what we'll do is we'll start finding a way of swapping seeds. So there'll be a spreadsheet to share on the blog, and we'll get to use some seeds. Whether you want some of these amaranthus or you want something like the tomatoes from early in the year, we can do that. That's the end of today's blog. Days like today make you feel like this could go on forever, and why can't we garden into November and December? But unfortunately, things change very quickly, and I know from experience that this is probably one of the last weekends we're going to get to do this sort of thing. Really nice, in nice warm in shirt sleeves. So know your territory, know what changes, know what goes on, and act accordingly. So no more jobs outside really, other than turning beds over, putting a few more bulbs in, and putting more things in the greenhouse. Other than that, it's really about preparing and protecting things over the winter. So what we're going to do is have one more video next week, and then we'll go monthly. So there'll be one next week, one in December, one in January, one in February, one in March, and then we'll see if you still have an appetite for this. We may come back and do it all over again, or we may find something different to do. But please remember, we're going to do the seed swap. Let's keep that going throughout the winter. I'm thinking of running a boot camp every Friday morning to get work done, but I'll talk about that more next week. And if there's anything else you can think of that will be good to keep us together as a community, please let me know, because it's been lovely doing this, and hearing from Debbie from Canada in the week just shows what the reach this sort of thing can have. So let's keep this going in some shape or form, and keep this community going so that we can support each other and, you know, get through these winter months and into the summer next year. So bye for now, and have a great weekend.